Hi everybody and welcome back to Lundy's Welcome Stroke Bushcraft. I thought I'd just do this quick intro before the start of the video just to explain a few things about this night out. Okay, obviously as you can see by the title it was a field wild camp, but for good reasons, for safety. Alright, up in Harwood, we went up there a week after Storm Arwen, so this was recorded on the 5th of December. Alright, and the carnage and the damage that would come across at that woodland was unbelievable. The walk into our camp took a lot longer than what it normally does because all the trees were down on the tracks and everything, so we had to head through the woodland itself, which was an absolute nightmare. When we got to camp, straight away we had to do a risk assessment to see whether it was safe enough. As you'll see on the footage, the amount of fallen trees in our vicinity, and it was just a nightmare. So we've done a risk assessment, we moved a little bit further away from our camp area, set up, and then the weather changed. We didn't expect any heavy snow, rain or winds at all, but obviously because of the damage done to the trees during the storm, it just become horrendous and a nightmare. The most scariest time of my life. The noises of the popping and the crashing and the breakages of trees all around were and very close to where swell was so scary, and we decided that was enough. But the walkout was just horrendous in the pitch black, while trees breaking all around. We didn't know where they were coming from, which direction they were falling or anything, and it was just a relief to get back to the car. But in any rate, sit back, relax, hopefully you enjoy the video. Alright, it's the last one before Christmas, so I'd just like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and have a fantastic time with your families. Alright, and I'll see you sometime in the new year. Right, hi everybody, this isn't the intro that I wanted to do. I wanted to do a bit of a walk in the day. I'll do a bit more footage tomorrow when it's a bit lighter. It's getting near to 4 o'clock at night now, and me and Rooney have had an absolute nightmare trying to get to camp. Roads closed with fallen trees. The woods itself, Harwood, is absolutely hammered. In the area where we are, it is absolutely atrocious. I've got big massive trunks hanging over the top of my bed area. Rooney's hammock area is totally gone. There's too many fallen trees overhanging it. The fire area and all that is spot on. I'll just spin you around. Obviously I've got loads of lights on, but there's Rooney. Say hello, Rooney. As you can see,
people have been upset.
Aye. The Janu. But as you can see, this bed's nice, alright. We've got plenty of firewood for the night in any rate, so we don't need to worry about prepping, but we do need to look at safety aspects. So if you look, I don't know if the camera's picking them up, but there's absolutely tons of trees and they're all coming down. This one here, this is a big boy. The roots have just come up like. So as you can see, and that goes right over, and it just hangs over onto other trees, little thin trees, but then they've got these ones hanging over as well, a bit further up, and it just goes over my bed. So I'm definitely going to be taking the slats excuse me, I'm definitely going to take the slats off my bed and put them onto the other one, because I am ground dwelling one way or another, because I haven't got a top or a hammock or is. And just looking down here as well, they're huge, these trees. I didn't like walking under half fallen trees, but look at the size of these bad boys. Look at these, and these go right through where Rooney hammocked. So, and they are humongous. Like that would have been, if we had been here for that storm, we would be dead now, or at least Rooney definitely would be. Like, it's just unbelievable. So now what we're doing is Rooney's away checking further up the top there to see if it's safer, because there was smaller trees up that way. See if it's safer to camp up there. I should be okay in the, what do you call it, bed next to the fire. That's where I want to set me tarp up and everything tonight in any rate. But aye, tell you what, I would not have liked to have been out in that storm up here. And we're just worried now in case the winds pick up tonight. I don't think we're due any heavy winds, but all it takes is a slight breeze and any loose trees could come down like. So I'm just debating whether it's safe to stay camping here or move to somewhere else. But the whole wood's going to be like this. But the trees are making some weird noises like. Right, back again everybody. It's been about half an hour now. Me and Rooney have been having a really good look at the area next to where our camp is, and it's just unsafe to actually camp here. So what we're going to do in any rate, I think it'll be safe enough to sit down and have our fire for the night, because we haven't got enough time to build another fire area and things. So I think we're going to be safe enough to have the fire down here tonight and socialise, but we're going to be moving a bit further up the hill. There's no sign of any tree damage apart from one or two at a bit of a distance away from where we're going to go. I'm just going to set up a basic hammock air top setup. Rooney's got his hammock in anyway, so he's off the ground, and I've just got to find a reasonable area. I'll just hire a very small shelter just to lie under and that. I've got my 4.5 by 4.5 top, so it's big enough to make a ground sheet and a shelter, and keep us cosy for the night. I'm baby bagging it and that in any rate. So right, well, as you can see, Rooney's getting set up there with his top and that and his hammock. I like that configuration, it's nice, mate. And as you can see everybody, it's pouring down with snow. So it's very, sorry about the bright light, but it's a very eventful night. But let's go and have a look at my house for tonight, which I'm really happy with actually, considering I wasn't very impressed with coming up this area, but I am now. Let's have a look. So as you can see, I've gone for a low profile. Alright, I've just gone for an apex effect with the 4x4 DD top. Okay, so basically the main ridge line at the top, down one space on either side, and then inside of it I've got the rest of the top acting as a ground sheet. And then at the back end here on one side, I've used my magic carpet. Just got to walk all the way around these trees. Magic carpet, and what I've done, I've put it into like a triangle formation. Oh, my bag's slightly hanging out there like. But yeah, just need to move my bag in a bit. And then that's stopping all the snow and everything apart from this area. Because my bag's leaning up against it, I need to move it and tighten that peg out a bit. But yeah, happy days like. So we'll see how this holds up tonight. And it's in a reasonably flat area. I'm just going to walk you back around and into the housing accommodation. The light on. So as you can see, I'm lying inside of it. I can actually sit up in it as well actually, so that's happy days. But as you can see, I've got a lot of room away from the base of the bed, about at least another 2 foot. Alright, and then I've got protection here at the head end as well, with any snow or rain getting in. Obviously there's a little bit getting in because of me bergen, but that can easily be rectified because I can just turn that up on it, on there, and that's it. Basically the bergen's on the actual sheet there, because that's where the rest of the magic carpet comes. Oh, found a bit of wood, and that's to keep it weighed down so it doesn't blow in overnight. And then obviously I've got my head end here, because this is the highest point. So yeah, happy. So I've got my Gore-Tex gear ready to put on. I've got some tools to take downwards. I'm not taking everything downwards like. There's a seat already there that Damien left not last week but the week before. I've set up a small tarp area to sit under. It's very little, but it's going to give it a little bit of head cover. And anyway, it's the clear plastic sheeting I brought because I was going to make some sort of a super shelter with it tonight down at the bottom end, but it's just too dangerous to sleep down there. At least if we're fully clothed and awake, sitting at the fire and we hear some funny noises, we can move. But it's not an imminent danger area, I'll just point that out. But there is a potential
especially now we've got snow coming as well, which means that there's going to be a lot of extra weight on trees. This will be me last camp until Boxing Day, I think, which you will see this, I think, a week beforehand, but we're actually on, is it the 5th or something now? 5th of December it is. But yeah, I'm nice and warm, like, to be quite honest. But I have got my buffalo jacket to put underneath this one, and my Gore-Tex gear on, so I'm going to be toasty warm. I'll take it down in some dry bags, keep everything nice and dry, and that's it really. So I haven't even got a clue what time it is because I haven't even been looking at the time, so I'm going to just place you there on a bit of an angle, sorry, and just have a look. And it's now, oh, we're not doing too bad, it's 5:10. We've got all the wood prepped from the last camp, so that's not a bother at all, that, like. Possibly need a couple of little bits split up just to get the initial fire started, but once it's started, that's it. Food wise tonight, food bags down next to the fire area. Excuse me. We're going to have bangers and mash with some gravy, and in the gravy we're going to have some onions and mushrooms, and I've got a small little bit of veg. It's stuff out the freezer, like, so it's just all the bits and pieces I had left, and that's what we're going to have to eat tonight. Right, well, as you can see, we're now moved down to the fire area. I've got a chair that was left donated by the fellow wanderer on the last video, and I've just pinged up a little bit of plastic sheeting because I didn't bring a second top because I was expecting to be bedding down here, but I've just put it up with some black clips I got from AliExpress. They've got like clamps on, and then they've got the hole at the top. Use them for like tops and things, so I've got 3 of them on, and then it's just tied down to the ground using the same, again, bit of cordage in one of them, and then the same at the other corner going to a tree. As you can see, we've got a lovely alien face. Looks like he's got 2 mouths. But anyway, another dilemma we've got is we've got a, what you call, a swimming pool in our fire area. So we're going to have to sacrifice something to scoop that out and then try and get a fire gun. I've got a couple of Damien's burner things here. They seem a little bit damp, like, but hopefully they'll catch. If not, we'll be going to something else. We've took as much water out of the what do you call it? I think that's too much, that's too wet. This one seems drier, like. And if not, I've got some inner tube and that in my fire kit. My lighter's not the best, like. But it's everything's absolutely soaking, obviously because of the storm that we've had recently, and then it's pouring down with snow now. But nothing's wanting to take, like.
I'll get the other light out.
I've got a handy light.
I'll get that out.
Oh, that's it, it's caught, I think. Watch it and warm my gloves. But there's loads of, there is water still under here, like, so we're just gonna have to do the best we can do, like. As you can see, it's going, but I don't know if you can see the water down on the bottom part there. It's just lumpy bumpy, like, so I'm just hoping it doesn't knock the fire up. But That's it going. Alright, I've cracked open a can of Stella, so fingers crossed we'll have no problems. Well set for the night, aren't we, Rooney?
Certainly are. Yep, indeedy.
We've already heard about 6 or 7 crashes of trees and things and big branches snapping, so we're just going to take it easy for now, just in case we need to pack up and leave, and we'll see how it goes, because you just never know, especially with the snow coming down now as well. That'll add a little bit of weight to any trees that have got any problems going with them, and that could potentially bring some more trees down. So we've just got to stay observant and aware of our situation at the minute, and then half an hour's time we'll feel that we're alright, and we'll be in for the night and for a long haul. But I suppose you'll know as and when. Right, here's a final update. It's been less than 15 minutes. We've got trees crashing down all around. We've decided that we're going to go up to our camp, decamp. Fire's going great as well and all, as you can see. But anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore until we've decamped and we're back at the car. Alright, it is what it is. We can't risk ourselves. There's loads of big smashes. It sounds like people are shooting rifles, but it's actually trees snapping and falling. The snow is making it a bit more of an issue as well, so we can't risk staying here all night and potentially sleeping underneath any trees that could possibly come down on top of it. Right, I'm just going to make this short and sweet. We're all packed up now, so the trees are coming down like there's no tomorrow, like. So anyway, that's where I was down there. I didn't know if I've left anything. If I have, tough, I'll collect it another day. But I've emptied my water, apart from enough to get us a drink on my route out, and then just got to go back down to the fire area, make sure that's definitely out, pour some water on it, and then pick up my food bag and get out of here. Right, well, we've finally made it out of the woods. What a nightmare. It was horrendous. Tell you what, like, I've never been so worried and so scared in my life. We had trees coming right down next to it. We're currently like diving next to big large trees to get away from the cracks and the crones and crashes and everything. I'm not kidding you, I should have had my camera out, like, but I just had to concentrate both on my own safety and getting out of that woods, like.
A bit of night navigation just to practice.
Night navigation. But my normal route in was well blocked off, like, so we had to go through the trees instead of up different routes that we normally take, like. But anyway, I'm going to have to concentrate on this road. So Rooney, if you've got anything you would like to say.
Well, hopefully you see a video, a very short one, but at the end of it means I'm alive.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we've still got to get through all this snow and past lots of massive trees on the roadsides, and the winds are picking up as well. Obviously that's my blower going, like. But yeah, and anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this very, very short video.
But we're both going to check our pants when we get home, because there's got to be a skid mark or two.
Aye, it was very scary that. Oh, you bugger. Right, I'm switching off and I'll see you on the next one.